What's up, y'all? Here is the trade recap for today. Today is Friday, October 3rd. During pre-market, I marked out these 15-minute and hourly draws on liquidity from previous sessions and previous day highs and previous day lows. During market open, we had some volume. I was waiting for market to come out and take this liquidity on the hourly chart. Right here, sometimes on Fridays or Mondays, price will sweep off of a high that it made during market open. And that's exactly what we did right here. We get that sweep off of market open and immediately start seeing candles to the downside. My bias for the day was bearish, just based off of the news we had today and all this low resistance and high resistance draws and liquidity getting taken out. So when I started seeing these big candles come down, this kind of strengthened my bias in terms of bearish order flow. After I seen these first couple of candles during market open and the macro time during 9:30 and 9:50, that strengthened my first entry. We took 2 trades today. This is the first one. On this first trade, my confluences were off of this break of structure. When I seen market break structure to the downside right here, that's when I entered, placing my stop loss at previous highs and then my take profit at previous lows. My stop loss is usually at where my bias would be invalidated. On this trade, price did come out and take my stop loss out, and it took me out of my positions. On ES, and looking at ES and NQ, I realized that NQ was moving better, and after I hit stop loss right here, that strengthened my bias on NASDAQ. Usually if we take out a hourly draw on liquidity on ES, that means NASDAQ's going to get the same reaction off of it. So we took out that draw on liquidity on ES, and that was part of my bias for entering back on NASDAQ. You can see on NASDAQ too, it came up and took out the same highs. And yeah, after I seen the liquidity sweep, again, this was my entry, targeting previous draws and liquidity at these lows, stop loss at above these highs right here. I only allow myself to take 2 to 3 trades on days that I do trade, just because I don't want to over risk or over trade. And I have a personal lockout setting that if I lose a certain amount, then that just takes me out. On this trade, we did take a win. I didn't set a take profit or break even, just based off of volume in the market and how fast the market was moving off these candle closes. Plus, price already zigzagged during 9:30 and 9:50. And if we go on the hourly right here, you can see these lows that need to get taken out before we reverse or go higher. And we also had news drop at 9:45 and at 10 a.m. And that helped push price into our take profit, which you can see right here. Price pushes down into our take profit. The first trade was a 1 to 2 risk reward, and so is this one. We lost about $600 on the first trade and won $1,200 on this trade, leaving us at $526 on the day across multiple accounts. On this leader account, we hit our profit target. On this second account, we are at $2,400. On this account, we're sitting at $2,600. And on this final account, we're sitting at $685. So we passed our leader account today, and we're on track to passing our other accounts. Let's see what next week gives us.